Been a trip that I have dreamt about going on ever since I was really young. Oh, that's a good tuna!
Yeah, it's a good fish. Beautiful little GT.
Look, it just peels away of where we've set up camp. Welcome back to another episode of Getting Back to Basics. We're currently on the adventure of a lifetime and exploring one of the most remotest landscapes in Australia from a couple of pretty small 14-foot boats. For now, we're packed up and we need to find, first and foremost, fish for food and an island to camp on to call home. Let's do it. Hey, good morning. We're saying goodbye to Crab Shack Camp, which was pretty much everything you'd want in a camp. It had good wood for a fire, had a view from the top of the escarpment, had shade, had fresh water and a good anchorage. So really ticked all boxes. But for now, we've got a fair few miles to cover. So we're gonna get on the way. Jack and Eva already out in Pindan. And for those of you wondering, this isn't makeup. This is called zinc and it's to prevent my nose, cheeks and skin from turning into a leathery crocodile in years to come. All right, let's get into it. You know exactly where that little beach is we want to pull in and check out over? We've just come up around this point where this current's wrapping around and there was all these birds diving and a few fish jumping through, and I think Jack's, I think he's onto a fish. He's pulled up, thrown a line out, and I just heard him carrying on. Woohoo! So hopefully he's caught a fish.
See him? He's just under us. There he is.
Oh, that's a good tuna!
Yeah. As you can see the school behind you, just working the top. Oh. Oh.
Yeah! Yeah!
Woo!
Well done.
Beautiful long-tailed tuna. That's very much breakfast. Went absolutely nuts.
Pindan strikes again. We'll turn the motors on and keep moving. All right, good to go? We've just come around this headland from where we caught that tuna, and there's this gorgeous little bay, like a sandy cove, sandy spit, and it's all silica sand, which is pretty much as fine a sand as it goes, and it squeaks under your feet. And this is actually the same sand that's used in probably the screen that you're watching this on right now. So phones, tablets, laptops, this all gets mined in different parts of the world, sent to generally China, Taiwan, you know, where the bigger factories in the world are manufacturing these products, and turns this into screens, part of the glass that goes on the screen, which is pretty cool. But for the purposes of today, we just wanted to stop here to check it out because that's what today is all about. We've already got some fish. So here's the nice little anchorage we got. Gonna have a quick swim, avoid the saltwater crocodiles and try and find a camp. We've got a feeling there's an island probably 4 or 5 miles away from here that should have a suitable one. Stick around, we'll cook this tuna up. I'm feeling tuna for lunch, team. Poke bowl. Poke bowl. How do you reckon that rock got there?
Oh.
Any crocodiles?
Hopefully not.
All right, we've decided this isn't the camp. We're going to press forward another 15 or 20 miles to hopefully somewhere that's got a bit better shade and ideally fresh water. We've only got probably 2 days worth of fresh water left.
The worst spot, it's a deep beach.
Yeah, the anchorage is good.
You've got lots of timber, and then on low you'll be able to walk this rock edge and click.
We've cruised probably another hour and it's getting to the time of the day where we need to pick a camp because the wind's generally blowing up consistently after lunch. You only travel around here on a high tide, which I'll speak more to later on, but this is the sort of proposed place we wanted to pull up with. Yeah, there's no water, there's no crab shack. However, there's a really big cave which should give you a bit of shade. We are gonna have to the west there the sunset all afternoon, so we are gonna be exposed. But there's a bit of flat beach, water looks nice and clean. Yeah, we're risking, if we keep looking, we run out of time to find a a good camp, and it becomes dangerous in the way of like the wind and not being able to access the beach properly. You got the crocs, but here there's no shade, which is a really big one for us because it's an incredibly hot time of the year, and one of the biggest issues is dehydration or heat stroke. So this may have to be it. Anchors down. We've got a pretty substantial like mooring setup with a pulley system, which I'll have to explain at some stage. Because the tides are so big, they're 9 meters at the moment, so literally under us I think it's 7 meters at the moment, and then in like 4 hours time the boat's going to be high and dry. So this is a way that we can keep the boat out further but still have a pulley system set up to over there at the camp on the beach, so we can launch for a little bit longer during the day. So I've got 3 anchors on the boat, a back anchor, the big mooring line that we can both use, and the spare big Brucey boy here. Oh, all right, we'll get the boats anchored up. We'll go cook up some tuna. That everything from this boat?
Everything.
All right, sweet. I'll go anchor up.
Got to tie that off and then tie something to it, and it'll stay where you want it to. You know what I mean? So you can move that either way, bring it in or out. But I think you'd want to just put like a loop in this. Well, that's not going to move, yeah. Yeah, and that'll keep it there.
What's first impressions of camp, team?
Shade's good.
That's really good.
Shade's good?
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's great. Oh.
I think as you said very well before, Jack, we've slept in a lot worse places.
Yeah, this ticks most of the boxes.
It's still a version of paradise. Nice little protect. Oh mate, how good's that there to sleep?
Yeah.
Like protected somewhat from the crocs. Plenty of wood. Yeah, this is a great spot.
We'll fill it half and we'll leave half for dinner tonight, I'm thinking. That'll be beautiful raw.
We're running pretty short of vessels to be able to put zhuzh in.
It's a bit of a
Soy,
wasabi soy
lime.
combo.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's my fave, absolute fave.
All right, let's get an honest opinion of this. This northern bluefin long-tail tuna for breakfast.
It was caught an hour ago.
Caught 1 hour ago.
So, I imagine how it's going to be fresh.
There's no fishy taste to it at all.
No. So by now you'll know that we don't have any like cold storage, no fridge, no freezer. So the strategy is with this tuna is that we've eaten a quarter of one fillet raw just then, and we've got coconut, chili, lime, vinegar, like curing it. So that'll keep that, and we'll just like, eat and graze on that all afternoon with rice or crackers. And then the other side of the tuna, we'll just hang it up in a cool place with a little bit of breeze ideally. Cool, it's not really cool, it's like 35 degrees, but in the shade. And then have that for dinner, smoked or grilled or yeah, somehow on the fire. But I think this afternoon we're going to explore more around this island because the wind is yet to appear. We'll go check it out. It's the third way, or the second way. We've done it raw, now ceviche'd. We'll do a third one for dinner. It was the journey of a lifetime. Just had a 2-hour siesta in the cave camp. And now where are we going, Skipper? Around to the next bay or something?
Yeah, we're going to have a look for fresh water, see what's out there.
Just come around to one of the next bays and there's a little bit more brighter greenery in the way of the foliage growing just on the top of the beach. So see if there's any fresh water. What do we got here?
We've got a boy. So there's a...
It's a boy!
Oh my gosh. It's well and truly in there. But there used to be a old pearl farm that operated around here. So I reckon it came off...
One of the pearl
Yeah, one of the pearl farms.
farms.
We're
Bugger.
getting it out.
Would have been useful for another mooring. So we've got pandanus. Oh, we've got a tinny that's washed up here. Has anyone lost their tinny? Oh no. Looks to be like a little drain here that's all dried up, that maybe in the wet season, so 6 or 8 months ago, there might have been fresh water coming out here that met the salt, but nothing yet. This vine here, which is snaking itself all up this edge, is a native passion fruit vine, which has an edible fruit, but it looks to be either, what, too early, you reckon? They're still coming on?
Yeah, I reckon these ones might be too dry.
Yeah, or too dry. Unfortunately, no fresh water. I wonder where we would have camped here. Just up in the base of this cave. Yeah, Nikki just pointed out like how some of these rocks have these like higher points eroded from like the elements, where the tide's gone in and out, the wind. But, like, then some of them don't. Some are just completely smooth. And then it comes up again. Really cool.
Oh my gosh, how did you even hook that?
Yeah, I don't know. This is the water for not even 3 seconds.
Gold spot cod!
Little gold spot cod, a bit smaller than the ones that usually like to catch.
Same size as the lure. We're just having a little explore up this little mangrove creek on the other side of the island here on almost dead low tide. Got a little gold spot cod. The main thing we've noticed is that along the edge of the rocks here on low tide, there is probably more big jumbo size oysters than we've ever seen in our lives. Generally when there's lots of huge oysters, it's had very little in the way of human activity. Nice rock there.
Oh, that's a big
fish. Yeah, it's a good fish.
You want me to get you away from the rocks?
Yeah.
We're all on here, folks.
Good. Oh yeah! Just having a troll along this rock edge, and in a meter of water, Jack's hooked up.
Oh, just going absolutely nuts on the line.
Couldn't be more classic. Don't lose the bomber.
That's a nice sized G.
That's a perfect size jig. Doing a shocking job at tailing this.
Woo!
Beautiful little GT. These get a lot bigger, but at this size are really nice to eat. We've got some tuna for dinner already, so we're going to let this one go. And it's going to take off. Hey, mate. Woo! There we go.
Yeah!
And that's what fishing in the
That's
Kimberley is
a lot of
all
fun.
about.
Just want to quickly show you in this cave where all the underneath of the cave, this rock, is like slowly eroding away, where it almost looks like ash from wood from a fire, but it's literally falling off the walls and the roof of where we've set up camp, which, to be fair, has turned out to be a brilliant camp. We're going to do the fire out here where we can see the sunset and be on the beach, and then we're going to put the rugs down here to sleep. I've actually never seen anything like it. Look, it just peels away. Well, that's all rock. And there's like a thin layer of it up under here, mixed in with the sand. It's very cool. As I'm slowly walking through the low tide pools behind me here, it's probably as good a time as any to share with you that this is the part of a bigger series, many more to come over the next couple of months. We're going from the top of the west coast of Australia right across to the other side to the east, and then to the top of the east coast as well. Over the next couple of months, I don't exactly know what specifically that's going to entail, but I look forward to taking you along for the journey. The highs, the lows, as usual, everything in between. Make sure that you're subscribing to the channel and on the socials and behind the scenes stuff and exclusive content. Patreon as well, we've got that there you can check out. But for now, the girls are going to get the fire going, cook the tuna up. I'm going to go for a walk with Jackie here, who's got the hand spear. Enjoy an amazing sunset. The water is coming up over that tier of rock there, and when we came in today, all this here was well overhead.
Oh, that's just a little shrimp.
Hey, shrimp. Ooh, what are you doing, little shrimp? Oh, geez, he hit me.
Is that a baby mantis shrimp?
That's a baby mantis shrimp. Hey, Wow, they're fast. Got a clam sitting here loud and proud. All right, mate, the tide will come in about 30 minutes. You'll be right.
Just about to turn. It doesn't. It actually keeps going out.
Low tide was meant to be at 4 o'clock an hour and a half ago, and it's just still going out. It's still getting lower. So very quickly finding out that the charts are often wrong. There's rocks where they said there's not rocks, and the tides, for the most part, incorrect. All a part of the fun, Jackie boy. Just want to quickly show you the setup for dinner. We got potatoes that we boiled. We got the tuna, which is cooking away on the coals, and then have a go at those potatoes. Boiled, pressed down, garlic, chili, salt, olive oil, rosemary. Proper 5-star meal here.
Do we have olives?
Yeah.
Oh, yum, that'd be epic.
Hope you enjoyed the episode, and most importantly, I hope to see you out here.